For your Wayne Thiebaud cupcake drawings, you will start by using your hand to measure how big your cupcake should be. Connect those dots with a U shape. Go ahead and draw that base of your cupcake and then a plate underneath it, drawing a foreshortened circle, which is a long skinny oval. Then you can draw the top of your cupcake and your frosting, maybe doing some bumps and some cloud shapes, or possibly in another shape. You can also add decorations to your cupcake like sprinkles or things on the cupcake liner. The next step is to then use your light source to decide where your highlights, where your light white oil pastel will go. You start to shade in the most white closest to your light, and your lines are going horizontal across. As you get further away from your light, your little white lines get further and further apart, but you keep them all going in the same direction. Then you would take your black on the side of the cupcake that is furthest from the light, not pushing too hard, and just making small little lines to create your shadow on the opposite side. You can also create a shadow on your cake. Now, because our cupcake is 3D, it's blocking the light from getting to the other side. Then you start to use your main color, which is whatever color you choose. You start in the middle and then you go towards the light white. You want to slowly overlap over top of your white to blend these colors together and make your highlight. Then you go to the opposite side and blend lightly over top of the black to make your shadow so that it is changing slowly from light to dark. You can switch colors anytime you want, always starting in the middle, lightly going over top of and blending with your white, and then going over top of your black. Once you are done shading in the main colors of your cupcake, you can go back over top of them and add some more details. You might add dots, stripes, confetti. I decided that my cupcake was going to have flowers coming out of the top of it, so you can draw your different designs, and you'll need to use quite a bit of pressure to overlap your colors. Then I recommend taking another color like white or black and outlining all of your pencil lines and details in a color to make all of your drawings stand out. So I'm taking my white, going over top of all of my pencil lines to make everything stand out and look nice and finished. Another thing you might do is go back over top of your light white side to make your highlights a little bit brighter. If you feel like your colors didn't blend enough or you can't see that highlight, you can go back over it. Then it is time to cut. Make sure you are using proper craftsmanship with your scissors, turning your paper with the opposite hand, being very careful to always cut away from you, and only using the scissors to cut the paper. Going around all of your beautiful designs of your cupcake very carefully. Now you will be adding your cupcake onto a brown piece of rectangle paper and a square white paper. On your brown paper, you can use an oil pastel to make a wood grain or a pattern to show that that brown paper is your table that your cupcake is sitting on. Then you are going to be gluing your cupcake and your table onto this white paper. With your glue bottle, don't forget our gluing rhyme, dot, dot, not a lot. We put dots around the edge of our paper, not in the middle, and they are about 2 inches apart. You are barely squeezing and you should have about 10 dots on your brown piece of paper. You would then flip that over and very carefully line it up with the edges of your square white paper. Then you would take your cupcake and do the same thing. Dot, dot, not a lot. We only put our small glue dots around the edges. Make sure that the tip of your glue bottle is touching your paper to control where that glue is going. For your cupcake, you would have probably about 15 glue dots. Go ahead and flip that over, not above the brown paper, but should be in the middle of the brown paper. And again, very carefully smoothing it out. Do not rub your hand on it because it'll get really messy and smear, but just gently touch the edges, so that can be stuck down. You would end your time by very carefully with a pencil or the very tip of an oil pastel signing your name nice and small on the front of your paper.